Hello everyone, I'm really happy that we are finally approaching the video about developing fully functional trading bot using the Python integration module for MetaTrader 5. And the strategy that we are going to work on is relatively simple one, but at the same time it gives us the opportunity to show different features from the Python module that we've explored already in the educational video series. So we have a crossover and cross-under strategy, which means that when the fast moving average, which is the yellow line, this is 10 period simple moving average, crosses above the slow simple moving average, which is the red one, and this is 50 period simple moving average. In this case we have a buy signal, and if we have a cross under from above to below, we have a sell signal. So the strategy is simple, but once again it gives us the chance to demonstrate different features of the Python module for MT5. Let me show you the code. Of course, everything we do here is only for educational and entertainment purposes. It's not financial advice or any kind of trading recommendation. And this is how the code is structured. I think this is the best practice to separate almost each operation into different functions. For example, here we have a function that takes care of the initialization process. Next, we want to extract historical data into a data frame and to calculate the moving averages. You know that when we use the Python module, we don't have access to the built-in indicators in MetaTrader 5, so we have to calculate them or to use external library in order to import them. In this case, because we use simple moving averages, it's relatively simple to calculate them. Next, we have functions for long signal, which is the crossover, when the fast moving average crosses above the slow one, and the opposite is for short signal. Here we have a separate function for placing orders. We are going to use market orders. This function here checks if we have already existing position. Depending on the direction, it's going to check if we have a buy position or sell position, and if this is the case, we are not going to open another one. And this is why I like this code structure, because the entire trading logic is here developed inside one main function, which takes care of all these operations to extract historical information and calculate moving averages, to check if we have a long signal, to check if we have existing positions in the same direction, and to place our orders if we have a valid signal. And this main function will be executed inside this typical Python structure of name equals main. Here we take care of the initialization and run the code for a certain period. I'm going to explain everything in detail step by step. So first, what we have to do is to import the necessary libraries for this code. You know, of course, the MetaTrader 5, but also Python and the time modules will be needed. If you don't have the MetaTrader 5, you can install it. I think this is the correct command. I'm not going to run it because I already have it installed. But first import the libraries, and next is the initialization function. Once again, if you haven't seen previous videos about the Python module for MetaTrader 5, please go and check them, because I've explained almost everything in great detail there, and I don't really want to dedicate a lot of time to each of these functions because this information is already available. And here I've provided the initialization logic inside the function. If initialization fails, we are going to quit, so we won't move any further with the code because we haven't established connection between our Python environment and the MT5 terminal. But if it went successfully, we are going to print this statement connected to MT5. What we do next is to create a data frame, but probably let me show you how this works. For example, I want to run this function. Just for a second, I'm going to copy this initialization line of code because I want to show you how it will work. Now I provide account number, server name, and the password. Of course, you should use your own credential and make sure that you use demo account because I can tell you right away that this bot isn't profitable, and again we use only for educational purposes this trading bot. And you can see that if I run this function, if I call it, this is the function. Here I call it with the necessary parameters. You can see that now we're connected to MT5. Okay, now I'm going to remove this line, and after the connection has been established, we can move forward to the next function, which is used to extract historical information, historical data for open, high, low, close prices, and all this information. And based on this data we are going to calculate moving averages. But once again, let me show you step by step what actually this function does. And probably you're familiar with this function copy rates from position. In this case we are going to start from index 1. If I go to MetaTrader, let me forward the chart to the most recent candle. So you know that this index 0, this index 1, index 2, and so on. So they go from present to the past. Again, this index 1 because I want only confirmed information. For example, here index 0, this candle is still open, and I don't know exactly the values of the moving averages at the closing moment. I want only confirmed data, so I'll be using index 1 as the starting point. Okay, and here the symbol name will be EURUSD. We're going to use EURUSD for this particular trading bot. And the time frame, I'm using 1 minute time frame because I just want to make sure that trade signal will be generated relatively quickly. So time frame 1 minute, where is it? Okay, here again starting from index 1, and let's retrieve 100 candles and save this information into the rates variable. And here you can see that I have this ND array, which doesn't look very cool, but when we transform this data, you can see here that the size is 100, so we have information for 100 candles. And when we transform this data, we are going to receive open, high, lows, close, and all the necessary. I do this here with these lines. So let me go step by step again. Now I want to pass this rates array into a data frame. And now you can see that we have a data frame with this open, high, low, close information. What I want to do next is to convert these seconds into human readable time, and to put this time column as the index column. So here I can run this line, and to convert it into the index column, I should run the next one. So here you can see that now we have the time column as the index, and the first candle is here. It goes minute after minute after minute, and we have all this information already into a nice looking data frame. Let me zoom it so it could be seen more clearly. It looks really nice. Now we have our historical data. This is the first part of the function, and the next part is to calculate the moving averages based on closing prices. So let me show you how you can do this for the time period simple moving average, because it's a simple one. We can use the mean built-in function. Again, we are using the closing prices from the data frame. So if I run this line now, I should have here the 10 period moving averages, because I don't have previous data. These are NA values, and here the 10 period moving average starts to appear. And yes, you can see that now inside our data frame we have the 10 period, and similarly we can calculate the 50 period moving average. So I'm going to delete these lines, and I will run the entire function to show you how it works. Let's say that I want to store this information into a data frame, EURUSD, we set that we want to extract 100 candles. The fast one will be 10 period, and the slow one will be 50 period. By the way, you can download this code from the link in the description from my website. Okay, so if I run this function now and I open the data frame, and now I have all the information, and everything has been transformed correctly. We have the time column, the historical data, and the moving averages calculated based on the close data. And here, if you want to compare these moving averages with data from MetaTrader, you can inspect this data window here. So if you put the mouse here on index 1, you can compare the data with the data frame, but I can assure you that it's exactly the same, because simple moving averages are calculated exactly the same way always. Okay, so let's move to the next step. Here are the long signal and the short signal. It's relatively simple and intuitive what's going on. We have a long signal when the last index, index -1 of the fast moving average, is above the slow one, but in the previous bar, so index -2, this is the previous one, it was below. So we have a crossover in this case, and for short signal it's exactly the opposite. So this is how we check if we have a long signal or short signal, and it returns true if these conditions are met. So probably it could create it could be a little bit confusing, so let me quickly show you how these functions actually return true or false. Let's say that we have this kind of function. Okay, and here, and let's use as an example 10 and 5. So in this case, because 10 is higher than 5, it should return true. Let's see. Yes, this is correct. And let's just see how it returns false. So this is how this function works. If we have a buy signal, if we have these conditions met, it's going to return true. And we use these functions here in our main logic to check if we have a long signal. Okay, so now I'm going to remove this because we don't need it. It's just for the example. And the next thing I want to do is to place the order. So we have another function which takes care of the order. And you know probably already that we use this request and result structures, these dictionaries. So the request dictionary is used to provide the necessary information for the order execution, and the result holds information about the success or failure of the execution. So here we have trade action deal, which is for market order, and we pass all the relevant information. Probably what could be confusing here is the type filling. So I have order filling immediate or cancel. If you're curious, you can go to MetaTrader, go to the specification, and here you can see under the filling description immediate or cancel. But it could be, for example, in some cases, fill or kill or something else. So you can check this information from your broker. And when we have all this data for the request, we can provide it, we can pass it to the order send function, and this information will be stored into the result variable. So if the result return code is not return code done, which means that the order has failed for some reason, we want to return the code, the error code here. But if the order was successfully executed, we want to retrieve some information like the order ticket, or for example the execution price. Of course, you can access different properties of this result structure depending on your needs. I'm moving to the existing positions function. This function checks if we have already open position in the same direction. So we should pass here as the order type parameter, the order type buy or order type sell for short orders. And this function, if we have it extracts positions, and if we have already position in the same direction, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So this is how we check if we have already open positions, and once again, this is why I like structuring my codes this way, because all the functions that I have explained already, here you can see they take place inside one main function. We've seen how to create data frame, how to use this one, so extract historical data for the 10, calculate 10 and 50 period simple moving averages. Here I've included a quick check if there is a problem with the data frame, because if we don't have data, we don't want to move forward. But here is the trading logic. So for long signals, once again, this function should return true if the breakout is confirmed. And if this is the case and we don't have existing position, this is the function that checks if we have one. So if we have a long signal and we don't have already open position in the same direction, here is buy for long positions. We can move forward with the definition of the stop loss and take profit. Here the assumptions for stop loss and take profit are really simple in terms of risk management, but the main objective of this training bot is to show you how to use the Python module, and of course you can easily add complexity when you make sure that everything works as expected here. So we define the stop loss and take profit 1% below and above the ask price respectively. And when we have all the necessary data, we can use the function to place orders, providing the symbol, passing order type buy for 0.1 watts, stop loss, take profit, and we want to use the ask price as the opening price. And for short position, exactly the same, just everything is reversed, like we check if we have a short signal, and if we don't have already open short position, we can move forward and open place a sell order to short Euro USD with 0.1 watt and all the relevant information, this time using bid prices. And if we don't have long or short conditions met, we just want to print that trading rules are not satisfied currently, and we are going to wait for some of these conditions to become true. And what we do next, just let me go for a second here on the chart. We've missed here a break to the upside. I wanted to show you how this code works. However, let's go back to the code, and here we run this main function. First, inside this structure of name equals main, we want to establish connection first, and next I want to run this code for 60 minutes, starting from current time and going 60 seconds multiplied by 60, which is 1 hour. So from current time plus 1 hour, and while current time is less or equal to this timeout, so it's it didn't expire, this 1 hour didn't expire, we going to run the main function every 3 seconds. Obviously this is not optimal in terms of memory management, but for the moment I just want to check if this code is working. So of course you can change this to 10 minutes if you want, but I will keep it for 60 minutes. So what's next? Let me run the script and see if it starts. Okay, connected to a MetaTrader 5 trading rules not satisfied. This is this print statement. Every 3 seconds we are going to print this statement unless we have a long or a short signal generated. And the next break will be to the downside. So I'm going to forward the video until the moment when we have a break to the downside to show you how these orders are executed and how this logic works. Okay, I think now we should return to our code, because when this candle closes, we are going to have effectively break to the downside, the cross under. You can take a look here that the 10 period moving average is still above the slow one, the 50 period, but when this candle closes, we are going to confirm that we have a break to the downside. So let's move to the code. You can see that it's still running, but the trading rules are not satisfied. I'm expecting when this time turns to 8:32, the code to run again and to execute the sell order. Okay, so we now at 8:32 p.m. and yes, you can see short signal generated. We didn't have existing short position, so it triggered the opening of sell order. You can see the ticket number, the price, stop loss and take profit. And let's go back to MetaTrader 5 and to see if this is really the case, if we have opened successfully our sell position. Of course we did. Here you can see the type is sell for 0.1 watts volume. The price is 113,306 with the stop loss and take profit 1% from the bid price. And yes, this is how this code works.
You can support my channel with a one-time payment or membership through Buy Me a Coffee. Subscribing, liking, or sharing also helps grow the channel. Thank you for your support, and thanks for watching.